Hello, my friends. I'm just kind of hanging out in my van tonight. Just thinking, just kind of being still, I guess. Thinking about my trip coming up and getting kind of nervous about it because it will be my first full, like 9 days on the road. And I've never done that before, especially alone. And I'm kind of nervous-cited. I am nervous and excited at the same time. My trip is not going to be, out in the middle of nowhere. I wanted my first trip to be something that I'm feeling safe. I'll be getting my feet wet in this van life adventure by staying in established campgrounds where there will be a park ranger or a host or something like that, and it's not out in the middle of nowhere where I don't know anybody and I don't have cell service, and I will feel safer. But I'm still nervous, and I'm trying to figure out why I'm nervous. I know I'm gonna be safe. I know that all the places I want to go, I've already mapped it out. I've got a schedule. I've got, room for being spontaneous if I find something that I want to stop and look at. I think mostly it's nervousness about realizing that I'm finally doing the thing that I've been working so hard for and that I dreamed about doing for so long, and is actually happening. Like, it's really gonna happen. I'm not just doing a weekend warrior kind of thing. I am actually going to be living in my van for a week and going places I've never been by myself and just exploring. And I guess it's kind of like a walkabout. I feel like I'm still trying to find myself, even though I feel like I've found myself, if that makes sense. It took me a long time to get to this place where I am happy being alone and happy doing things by myself, and I enjoy my own company. After my divorce, about 4 years ago, after being married for 14 years and raising 3 kids, I was in panic mode. Like, what am I going to do with my life? I'm in my 40s. I'm suddenly alone and I don't have a person. I don't have my kids with me all the time. I didn't know how to be just Jen. I had been wife, mother, when you get introduced, this is my mom or this is my wife, and I wasn't ever introduced as this is Jen. I forgot who Jen was. I forgot how to be carefree and that I loved dancing and art and just being silly and goofy and being creative. And I just lost myself for years raising children and being a wife, and then suddenly I was forced with having to face myself and remember who I was and kind of learn who I am becoming and merge those two together. So now I am about to do this big road trip by myself, with myself, as I am getting to know the myself that I have become through all of the ups and downs of life. And I'm kind of nervous about how I'm going to feel being far away from home, not having anybody to drive back to town to talk to you. Like, I can't just go stop and see my grandma or my friends. I want to be far away from everybody. And you know, it's a weird feeling of being free and independent, but also kind of scary because, you know, you've got that thing in the back of your mind. What happens if something happens and I need somebody and I'm so far away? But I like to think that if something happens and I'm far away from everybody, that the me that I have become, the brave me, the strong me, the resilient and the courageous and the person I've become who feels more capable and who is more capable of tackling challenges that come at me will just emerge like, pow! Hello, Jen. You are amazing and you can do this and believe in yourself. Look how far you've come. So I'm nervous-cited about my upcoming trip, and I can't wait to take you guys along with me. I don't know, it's a weird place to be, but I'm really looking forward to it. I have been preparing for this moment my whole life. But I'm sad that I waited until my divorce and that I didn't travel more before this, that I didn't follow my dreams even while I was raising my children and being a wife. It's interesting how, especially women, when we start a family and get married or partner up or whatever it is we're doing, we put ourselves in this box and promise that when the kids are grown, we will go do all the things that we wanted to do. We put our whole lives on hold to raise children and be good spouses or partners, and we become what they need us to be instead of continuing to be ourselves along with what they need us to be. And I think there's a lot of women out there who, you know, are in my shoes, kind of, where, you know, the kids are out of the house, or you're divorced, or you've been going through a bunch of stuff, and now you're just by yourself and you're trying to figure out who the hell you are, because we put ourselves in this box years and years and years ago and forgot how to be us, if that makes sense. And now that we're alone and we've opened this box, we're faced with how many dreams we had for ourselves that we put in that box with us. And now we are free. We've opened the box and we have all these options in front of us where, you know, we have the time now. We have raised our children and they're out of the house. We don't have a partner or a husband who is requiring our attention. We can focus completely on ourselves and just be us. Be us. Unapologetically us. I forgot how silly I am. I forgot how much I loved dancing. I forgot how much I loved as a teenager to just go sit by the water and listen and feel the breeze on my face and take time to just let my thoughts roll. Because when you're a mom and you're raising kids, you don't get a lot of time to do that. And I put all that stuff away in my box, and now it's out there, and I am gonna go do it. I'm gonna drive my van to the ocean, and I'm gonna sit there, and I'm gonna listen to the waves, and I'm gonna feel the breeze on my face and in my hair, and I'm gonna feel the sun on my skin, and I'm just gonna let my thoughts do what my thoughts want to do. And then I'm going to dance in the ocean, and I'm going to draw pictures, and I'm going to paint, and I'm going to write poetry, and just experience it all. And I can't wait. But for some reason, I'm nervous-cited. Like, I almost feel guilty somehow that I'm finally doing all these things without my family. Like, these are all things that make me happy, and yeah, it's weird. Anyways, I'm just thinking out loud and thought I would share my thoughts, and I probably talked your ear off, and you've probably fast forwarded to the end. But sometimes I just have thoughts and I think them, and sometimes I share them. So I didn't expect a lot of people to listen to this whole video, but if you have and you got to the end, thank you for listening and for letting me be me, and for following along on my journey to find me and to finally let myself out of this box that I have put myself in for a very, very long time. Yeah, it feels really good to follow my dreams and to have raised my children and know that they're safe and they're okay, and I got them through to where they needed to be. And now it's my time. I feel like a Goonie right now, actually, because that scene from the Goonies where he's sharing with the group, in here, it's my time. Out there, it's their time. But when I'm in my van, this is my time. This is my space. This is my creative space. This is my thinking space. This is where I am completely me. And it feels kind of weird, but amazing at the same time. So I'm looking forward to exploring this feeling and getting out there to do this big trip, even though it's scary, exciting. So yeah, so thank you for subscribing and following along, and I hope that you come along with me on my journey for my big trip. I will be posting photos along the way, and some I will be saving until I get home because, you know, internet safety and all that jazz. So anyways, thank you for listening to me ramble, and I'll talk to you soon. You know what time it is. Dance, 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 dancity, 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 dance, dance. Stay weird, friends.